Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Skill Jim, of course, and today we're going to be unboxing some of the brand new Sonic Funko Pops. Now, these Funko Pops actually took me by surprise really on their release. I was just happened to be looking on the Funko Europe website for just having a quick check to see if the Michael Jackson ones that I'm still waiting on have come in stock or whatever. And then all of a sudden I noticed there was a massive Sonic advertisement on the front page of the Funko Europe website. And I was like absolutely amazed to see that there's like 6+ brand new Sonic Funko Pops. So, of course, we had to get them all. And that is what I've done. So let's take a look at each of the brand new Sonic Funko Pops. And then kind of like what I've been doing recently, we'll go through all of the older Sonic Funko Pops from like the previous generations. Right, so always amazingly, too well packaged. Say always amazingly packaged from Funko Pop Europe. Yeah, I quite like the main official website actually for these. In some cases it can be a couple of pound more than some of the cheaper Funko Pop websites, but I do feel like I've had the best packaging from the official company, and you actually get free shipping, I think, if you spend over £50, which of course you're gonna spend over £50 when there's so many brand new Funko Pops like this. So first one out the bat here, we've got Sonic, and it's Sonic Shadow and Super Shadow 2-pack, and glows in the dark. I don't know if they both glow in the dark or it just happens to be Super Shadow that glows in the dark. This is special edition Funko sticker on there as well, which is cool. So we're going to check out the brand new line of Funko Pops here. They've already been spoilt that there's Amy there as well. Amy's got a Funko Pop finally, which is awesome to see. Bit of Amy love recently actually with the First for Figures Amy statue as well. Very cool to see. Add her to the collection. We're going to check to see, look at this packaging, really nice packaging. We're going to check to see if there's something this side as well, which there is. How do we get to this section of the box? Oh, wow, look at that packaging, guys. They've managed to squeeze all of these, like, the equivalent of 6 Funko Pops in one box, which I realise the boxes are huge, but I really like how they've packaged that there. It's like specifically for Funko Pops, of course, because they are the official creator of these bastard things. But yeah, awesome to see. So let's just move that out of the way now. All right, let's check out this collection here. So you've all got, well, Amy hasn't got that sticker on, but this one actually has a special Funko, and I believe that this particular one is exclusive to the Funko Europe website. I mean, it does say it's an exclusive one. Whether or not other companies are selling this one because they bought the stock from Funko Europe, potentially. We will open them all up and have a proper look at them, but let's just open the packaging and then we'll move on like that. Metal Sonic, really cool. I thought there was already a Metal Sonic Funko Pop, but actually there isn't. So yeah, Amy and Metal Sonic are like brand new additions to your character lineup. We've got Super Sonic, special edition again. I believe one of these is a chase, and I'm not quite sure how that works, because obviously you can see what you're buying here. So whether or not the chase is the fact that they could potentially send you a rarer version, because there is supposed to be a rarer version of the Super Sonic that, of course, I'm going to have to probably scour eBay for now. And it's probably going to be expensive because with it being a chase, obviously it's a rarer one to find. I was kind of expecting like a sort of a blind box type thing going on there, and then you'd see which figure you got, but it doesn't appear to be the case. And then the other brand new figure that they're selling on the Funko Pop official website is this huge Dr. Eggman figure. So, double check. So that was all the packaging in there for that. So there's just one big figure in there, which I mean, he is almost the equivalent of 6 figures. He's huge. Really cool to see, actually. It's obviously in his Eggmobile type of boss battle design, which is really cool. It's kind of like the hammer boss from oh, I can't think of the Mystic Ruins? No, not Mystic Ruins. It's the one of the first stages. I think it's the stage after Chemical Plant I'm thinking of in Sonic 2. What would that be called? I can't quite think off the top of my head. It's been a while, actually. It might come to me later in the video. Not Mystic Ruin. The train headed for the Mystic Ruin. That's Sonic Adventure. Okay. Is Mystic something? Mystic Cave? Or what's the one that goes do 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 doom 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 doom. Not that one, but that is called Mystic Cave, I think. And then finally, looks like these have ordered it from Funko Pop with the packaging, but this was actually an eBay purchase because this figure in particular is sold out. Like I say, this whole lineup just took me by surprise. I hadn't heard or seen anyone mention this line of Funko Pops at all. I've not seen anyone else unbox it that I'm aware of. I mean, there probably is unboxings, but like I say, no one on my timeline on Twitter or X or whatever has mentioned these at all. These are in a nice box protector as well. Something I probably should do, but if you've watched any of my previous Funko Pop videos, you know I don't really care too much for keeping them in the boxes. I know a lot of collectors keep them in the boxes, and probably especially use box protectors like this. Seal thing there, cool. Nice to get a box protector though, I won't scoff at that. But yeah, Flocked, Shadow and Amy. So when we actually get to the previous lineup that I'm going to show you in a moment, let's just get them all on the screen there and we'll go through them each individually. Like I say, I like to get them out of the boxes, but yeah, when we go through the actual old original lineup of these Funko Pops, you'll see why getting doubles of certain things is you know, kind of a not a necessity as such, because no one needs all this junk really, do they? But it's like part of the collection as such. Getting doubles of the same things. Right, let's see if we can open these carefully. I never did do the ruler thing, did I, that someone told me to do? But, oh, perfect. Managed to do that without bending the box. I'll get Sonic out. This one looks really cool, actually. It's obviously just been hurt by either an enemy or some spikes or something. Pop that back in the box. Normally, actually, with these, which we might see in some of the others, that you can actually stack them. I like to stack the plastic things when I put them in storage. But we'll keep that one in the box there for now. So let's have a closer look at this Sonic. So really nice figures. Obviously, if you're a fan of Funko Pops, I know not everyone is a fan of these big-headed monstrosities, I suppose. But I'm a massive fan of these Funko Pops. I just like, I don't know what it is about them, it's just because there's so many unique characters that get represented as well. Like I'm not surprised, but I am surprised in the same breath that, you know, certain things like Shenmue hasn't been properly officially Funko Popped up, popularized, if that's a word. I know Matt got those custom made ones, which look really cool actually, the Rio, the Ren and the Shenfar. I'd love that myself, but I'd love them to be official, if you know what I mean. So Really nice figure. Obviously Sonic losing his rings there. He's just been attacked and hurt. Cool one. Let's go for Amy next. I mean, we could have gone in number order. I've just noticed that's 918. And then this one is 915. This is one that's stackable, very much stackable. But I'll put them back in the box for now. A little bit of a blemish on a cheek there, or whatever, on a hair. Really cool to see a Pika Pika, that's the one, Pika Pika hammer. Really nice to see Amy represented finally as a Funko Pop. Hopefully she stands up fine. A lot of the Funko Pops actually, and I mean, if you are a collector of Funko Pops that tend to leave them in the boxes, it probably doesn't matter to you guys, like the figures maintain the shape like, but you'll see one of the figures I've got in particular from one of the previous lines, he's so top heavy that he's actually like bent his whole legs and body through the sheer weight of the heads that they put on these things, which is a shame, I suppose, but I just like to display them. Oh, that's been a bit of a bastard, that one, hasn't it? Ugh. Let's see if we can pinch that back together a little bit. There we go. Not too bad, actually. In the end, could have been worse. So this is Metal Sonic. This is 916 from the Pop Games lineup. Nearly dropped the bastard then. This one comes with a built-in stand. Which, to be honest, the stands probably would alleviate the what's going on here? Would alleviate the top heaviness of some of the figures. There we go, Metal Sonic. Take a closer look at him. Oh, he looks really cool, doesn't he? I love that. Like I say, with the built-in stand, really nice stand actually. It's better than when you used to be able to like poke the stands in the feet. Really cool to see that one. That's a nice one. Really nicely detailed, and yeah, love that one. Let's move into the latest Super Sonic. So again, I believe this could be a chase. I hate how these curl underneath the fucking folds. One of the things that really annoys me with these boxes, and that's the same with any flat packing sort of boxes, they always have those lips. I don't understand the point of the lips, because once it's together, I don't know. It's not going anywhere anyway. Oh, this could be one that ends up being top heavy over time with its legs there, but very cool again. Perhaps the previous Supersonics were better in my opinion. I'll show you them. We'll compare them in a little bit. But he does stand up at the moment. Let's put it back in there. There we go. Nice and easy. Right, next we'll have a look at this double pack. So this is Shadow and Super Shadow. And I'll tell you something really amazing about the original Super Shadow that we had in a previous lineup in a moment when we get to it. It's quite tight for some reason. Oh, there's a bit of a back into that one. So a nice scene in the background there. There we go, 2 figures there. So we've got Shadow and Super Shadow, and actually this one, you can feel the coating on this figure actually, so I believe that this one probably is the glow-in-the-dark version. Like if you nail that under some light or UV light and turn your lights off, I guess that will glow nicely actually. You can actually feel it. Like on the previous glow-in-the-dark ones, you haven't had that finish really. But that is something that definitely, if I put that actually against the light here, let's just see if we can get some sort of a the glow off on this. It probably hasn't had enough light into it yet, but there's a chance we could. Oh, sick, mate! It actually did do it. Look at that. So you can see it's actually got like UV paint or something. It's dying already, but yeah, you actually did see a glimpse of that. Even his stomach region there, it's got a bit of a glow on. Very, very cool. Nice. Hopefully that is a feature of this new glow-in-the-dark style, because like I say, the previous ones, the glow-in-the-dark effect was pretty pants, really. Let's back in the box. I'll make you watch this. I'll make you watch it, guys. I'll make you watch me putting all the stuff away. This one's a little bit more difficult because of the backing. The loose backing, but I think we've done it. There we go. Cool. Right. So, second to last box now. Let's have a quick check of the Shadow and Amy flocked variants. And see if these are, I think, the same size as the others. Both got stands. Now the stands are actually loose on these ones. So there's Amy and Shadow. Nice that they actually come with stands. Oh, Shadow's actually got a really nice finish to him. He's got like a furry belly. I just want to stroke him. And he's got this sort of felt, like that. The black is like very velvety, but the red is more sort of like a rough sandpaper almost sort of felt that they've used on there. But really nicely, it feels amazing actually. To be honest, the Sonic figures work really well with the flockedness, because obviously you'd expect them to be rather furry in general. Is that the one for that? I don't know. I don't know if there is specific ones for each figure. I'm going to press too hard because I've broke limbs off some of these in the past. Why won't that go in there? Some of these, they don't make the hole big enough with the bloody hole thing there. There we go. Nice. Sits quite nicely actually once it's in his foot. So you can see there's the effect there. Nice flocked style. Amy actually stood up without the stand, but we will shove the stand in her foot regardless, just to give her that extra, like I say, they're normally quite top heavy. So if you can get a stand that works like that. Oh, she's got a thumb up. Giving you the thumbs up there, guys. Really nice again. Is she different? She is different because the regular Amy has a Pika Pika hammer. Whereas this one, oh, she just feels so nice. So soft and, oh, so soft and velvety. Very cool. Very cute. A grown 37-year-old man calling a furry Amy figure cute. How the times have changed, eh, guys? Alright, let's put this back away. There we go. Put that there, and we're going to have a quick look at this big, bad Dr. Eggman figure. Really cool, huge figure. Right, so let's have a quick check of the Eggman figure next. Be careful. Go on. Ooh. Very, very cool. Is he loose? He isn't loose, but his head actually turns. Anything else? Posable. Not that I can feel. It's got a visor there that's actually made out of plastic. Well, the whole thing is plastic, but that is more of a see-through plasticky. The bottom is nice and shiny. Feels nice actually. Fingerprint magnet there by the looks of it. But yeah, really cool. Really cool. The box is huge. Actually, the figure isn't as big as I was expecting. SEGA logo underneath. But the box is massive, as you've just seen. So, let's just put this back together. And then we'll move on to... That's not too loud in your ears, guys, sorry. The clicking of the box going back into place there. I realise the audio on this is probably a little bit annoying. Me talking at the same time I'm messing about with plastic and all sorts of stuff like that. But right, not that you can see any of the figures, you're just seeing the tops of the heads there. I could lay them down. Shall we lay them down? Potential here for a thumbnail actually. Let's shift these boxes out of the way. I'll tell you what, let's do that. Right, let's lay these down now. So you've got Sonic, keep the new line up at the top here, Amy, Metal Sonic, Super Sonic. There is another Super Sonic I'm going to throw on the screen now that's meant to be the Chase version variant. So if you do order that one and you get the image that's on the screen somewhere here at the moment, that'll be why. It's because there's a Chase variant, so you've actually got the rarer version. So I'm going to have to go on eBay now and try and find the rarer version, because it's better to do that, probably save more money in the long run than buying another Super Shadow. Just hoping that it would be the Chase variant, which it probably won't be. It's I'm not sure what the rate of drop on that is, whether it's like a 1 in 3 or something, or worse odds, I'm not sure. Put the Eggman there. All good? All on camera? Yeah, not too bad at all. Right, so if you thought that was a lot of money spent, you're right, that is quite a lot of money spent if you actually do the research. I'll link the Funko page that's got all of these Funko Pops available on the official Funko Pop, and you'll probably see that the amount up to like over £100 altogether, which is insane really. But think of it as an investment, because Funko Pops notoriously go up in value. That's probably not the case with every single Funko Pop, but the Sonic ones, especially these ones, because some of them are exclusives, rare limited edition versions. Like I say, the flocked Shadow and Amy is sold out already, so that in particular is going to be a hard one to find in the future. So with that in mind, here are the original, and rather silly looking actually now. These, like I say, these were some of the very first Funko Pops ever released really in general. So there's a Sonic. I'm getting cramp in my foot. Ah! Okay, it's gone. I caught it before it went mental there, actually. Whew. Okay, we're good, we're good. These are Tails with black eyes. Not quite sure why Sonic had white eyes there, whether they thought the colour of him was already quite dark, I guess. And Knuckles. Now, the reason I was mentioning about the investment sort of side of things is, a Sonic these days, you're probably talking like £10 to £15, okay? Which, you know, not too expensive. But these original 3 that are now vaulted, and obviously they're never going to make these again because they're making these. These were already quite scarce back in the day. So you're talking like £200 for each of these. I haven't actually checked recently, but these were about £200 each. These original 3. So yeah, you know, a real markup. You know, you're talking, I probably paid $9.99 back in the day on these. So for them to be 200 now, you're talking a 20%, 200%. What would it be? I'm not quite sure. I'm not very good with the percentages, but you know what I mean. £10 turned into 200. I think that is 20 times the value anyway. Right. So they did actually, quite a while after, maybe like 10 years later, they re-released Sonic as a Funko Pop, and this was the very first one that they did again, and the re-release. So you can see they've gone for that sort of very similar to what we're getting now in terms of design and features and stuff. This one in particular is holding a ring, and like I say, some of them don't actually go up in value. Like this one, I haven't checked, but I think it's still around the £15 to £20 mark. Not 100% on that, but I feel like perhaps they made a lot more of this in the re-release, so that could be why they sort of flushed the market. But it's worth doing some research actually, because a lot of these have gone up in value. So this one, even though it looks actually identical, this is what I was saying before, we'll put this under the light. I don't think this is going to do anything, but this, apparently, it could even be this one, because I honestly cannot tell the difference between them, but the plastic on that does look a little bit lighter, I suppose. So we'll put them both under the light. One of them's supposed to be glow in the dark, is basically what I'm saying. I honestly don't think we'll see either of these glow, because like I say, the effect wasn't very good at all. Having said that though, that is the glow in the dark one. You can actually see it does glow very, very slightly. That is me putting that directly under my sort of spotlighty thing that I use for the light in the room when I do the video recordings, because there's less shadow. There is shadow, but there's less than if I did the spotlights that I have in my actual office on the ceiling. So yeah, pretty cool. And that actually glowed again, which was nice to see. Then, and this is where it goes a bit mental, this is like, if you're an active collector of these things, are you going to get every single variant as well? Are you silly enough to do that? Or are you smart enough? Because again, it's an investment, because this metallic one is quite rare now. It was part of a t-shirt pack. I'll throw an image of the pack up on screen. I think it was exclusive to... I couldn't tell you actually. I think I had to import that one though. Did I import that? I can't think. I think I did import that one. I think there was like an American store, maybe Hot Topic, possibly, with a t-shirt. And then they did one with an emerald. So actually that was kind of the set that they released. One with a ring, one with an emerald, basically. I suppose you could pick and choose which version you preferred. Of course, that looks very silly to me, because there's like 4 literally identical figures, albeit one's got an emerald, the others have got rings, and albeit this is a metallic version, and albeit that one, or that one, whichever one it was, glows in the dark as well. So very, very daft in a sense to have to collect 4 different versions of the same figure, but that's part of getting a full collection, I suppose, and hence why some of these are notoriously expensive now, because someone that started a collection, or perhaps has only just got into collecting these, slowly realizes that to get a full set, you've got to pay big money for some of these old ones that they didn't make many of, because they were limited edition. So that is the original Shadow that came out just after. So you can see there's quite a bit of a difference between the two figures in stance and pose, and some of the colours have been upgraded, especially around the face sort of area there. The gold trim on his feet and arms there is now yellow. On this one, I'm not sure which I prefer. I think I possibly prefer the gold paint, but I prefer the stand that Shadow comes with, and the pose actually. Again, leaning into the buying the same figure for the same figure's sake, we also got a Shadow, but this was a Hot Topic exclusive, and probably the more expensive of the bunch now as well, with the Chow, which is really cool actually to see him, or see them representing a Chow. So So you've got the a Funko Pop, rather large-headed Chow. Yeah, I like that one. I think that's probably my favourite version of Shadow so far. Although the flocked version is rather nice, actually, I will say. Then they did an exclusive Super Shadow. And now, guys, what actually blew me away, because I was researching. So when I checked these out the other day, basically these popped up on Funko Pop, like I've already mentioned. And I noticed that there was a Super Shadow, and I was like, well, I'm sure they've already done a Super Shadow, so that seems rather daft that they would redo it. So I actually Googled, not Googled, maybe I did Google, but it went through to eBay, because I was shocked to see that this figure in particular is now £600 worth of value. You're talking between £500 and £600 in the original Super Shadow figure. So, the original investment on these figures, and especially some of these variants that may seem daft at the time, because they are limited edition, I'm happy to collect them anyway, because I like these for my collection. I put them on show in my office on display with my other figures and stuff, so they've served a purpose really. But for me, if I wanted to sell this figure now, I'm very, very tempted at between 500 and 600, especially now that there's another Super Shadow figure. Obviously I know I would be missing part of the complete set, in a sense, if your mind works like a completionist. That is that aspect, because someone that's buying this has that mindset, right? They're buying a £600 figure basically because it's the one that they're missing, probably, and they have to if they want the full set of these figures. So that's a decision that some people out there would probably have to make on this one, whether or not it's worth holding on to even longer, and potentially it might go up even more, because you know, Sonic fans aren't going to die out, are they? Sonic as a franchise is growing and growing, and yeah, you're getting a lot of younger people picking up the Sonic games and getting into the Sonic series. And then, yeah, I mean, I made the comparison to Matt that it's kind of like investing in a house really in some of these, because the prices are insane for Funko Pops. I don't know if there's going to be a bubble that bursts, sort of like a Beanie Baby type thing, but currently, like I say, £600 or very near to £600 worth of value in this. Like I say, I've kept the original box. I can put Shadow back in the box, and yeah, it'll be as though it was bought off a shelf really. You wouldn't know that I've had this out for on my shelf since it was released anyway. Moving on, we have the original Eggman, which released the same sort of time as this. They went a bit mental actually. I know they've gone mental here, but that's not unusual to release this amount of figures, because in that previous run, say that was like Series 1, this is like Series 2. Continuing on now with Series 2, we've got the Eggman of that series. And there was also a Super Sonic part of that series there, holding a ring. Thankfully, they didn't do one holding an emerald. Or glow in the dark. It might be glow in the dark, actually. Let's see. We'll give it a second in front of the big light. I don't think this one is the glow in the dark one, actually. I think there is one coming up soon that is... Oh, I don't know. There is a little bit of a yellowing going on there, but I don't remember that one being... I don't remember that one being glow in the dark. So, continuing on now, they have released, I think these ones came later. I'd have to do my research again, but off the top of my head, I feel like that was like Series 3. I'm not sure about Supersonic. Supersonic may have been part of the series, but for argument's sake, let's call that Season 3, Series 3. 1, 2, no, Series 2, and then this is Series 3, and then that's Series 4, I believe. So Series 3 now, we got Sonic with his run animation kind of thing going on there. Really cool figure actually. It's quite unique how it stands as well. Like it sort of sits like that. You can see it rests on, there's a hole point there and a hole point there. Really cool figure. I like that one. And then, going back to these previous figures that were flocked, so Flock Shadow, Flocked Amy, it works nicely now because we originally had a flocked Sonic. So again, exactly the same figure, only this is a nice furry one. Then we got Silver represented here. And this is quite a nice figure. Comes with a base. It does actually stand up quite well. Nice to see Silver represented. Unexpected. And of course they've got to do a variant we had. You can actually see how top heavy he is. He's sort of slanted over a little bit differently than the other figure. But this one is glow in the dark, and you can kind of see there's a noticeable colour discoloration. It's more clearer, this one. So let's see if we can get a bit of a glow going on this Silver. I'll just talk to you for a second. Actually, I'm not really talking, I'm just sort of telling you that I'm talking, which equates to talking. Oh, look at the glow on that. It's actually working really well because I'm going straight from the bright light that's making me get a little bit hot actually, 30 odd minutes into this video. It's constantly shining on me. Nice bright light. I forget what they're called, but it's like a studio light in it kind of thing there. Sort of getting the thumbnail coming along quite nicely there actually. I probably should have moved the Sonic a little bit over, shouldn't I? There's a bit of a gap here I can see. But just means I'll just do a little bit of cropping. Next up, we got Flocked Tails, which is rather unusual because we didn't actually get a Tails figure, believe it or not, since that very original Tails figure there on the Series 1. There hasn't been a Tails since, which is mental really, isn't it? How crazy is that? That the first Tails figure is a Flocked Tails figure. So there isn't a standard version of Tails in this stance, which yeah, really surprises me. I mean, I do like these flocked versions, but that does really surprise me that there isn't a standard, because each of the flocked versions come with standard versions, kind of, right? I mean, well, technically not. Yeah, well, yeah, we've got an Amy and a flocked Amy. We've got a Shadow and a flocked Shadow. We've got Silver. Well, there's no flocked Silver, but Sonic does. Actually, Knuckles doesn't. Crazy. So yeah, there is a Knuckles, flocked Knuckles as well, that again hasn't been represented. We've got so many Sonics, but we've only actually had one Knuckles prior to this one, which is very surprising. They've surely got to come out with another Knuckles figure with the upcoming movie and TV show. This is a nice figure as well. Again, and this is the one that I was on about actually, because of his massive head and these spikes that sort of come down. He is very top heavy, and even though he's standing up on my hand there, he actually will not stand up on a table. He's just too heavy. So I actually have to lean him against someone else, which is unfortunate. Like I say, he's just too top heavy. That should have been one that came with a base, really. I don't know if you can bend him back at all. I don't want to over bend him, to be honest, in case it snapped his legs or something. But again, really nice figure, flocked Knuckles. And rather unexpected figure as well here. A little bit of dust on that one. But that is a Sonic the Werehog, which... very random. I think this was a Hot Topic exclusive as well. There's been a few Hot Topic exclusives. I think that metallic one with the t-shirt was. I think Shadow with the Chow was. And yeah, I think this was a Hot Topic exclusive. Sonic the Werehog, obviously from Sonic Unleashed. Right, we're moving into the bottom row now. So we got a glow in the dark, and this one I'm 90% sure is glow in the dark. This Super Sonic, you can see, Oh, fucking hell, I nearly broke it with my clumsiness. So yeah, we've actually had quite a few little Supersonics. That was the first one. Now that's the brand new one actually. That was the first one. Then this was the second one. Sort of, I think this was just on its own. I'm going to show you one thing in a minute that was like part of a double pack. But yeah, I think this was on its own. So let's put this under the light and see if we can get some sort of a glow off of this one as well. Quite impressed actually, after I was sort of slagging off the glow-in-the-dark nature of some of these earlier Funko Pops. The ones that we've tested so far have actually been rather nice. Like, it's not going to be a future nightlight for your bedroom or whatever, but they definitely do hold some light. I don't know if you'd have to leave them outside in the sun all day. Oh, sick, mate. They don't last very long at all. Actually, I mean, to be fair, it's not been under the light too long, but you did see for a moment there the effect of the supersonic glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop figure there. This is a really nice one. I think this is only a couple of years old now, that one. We'll plonk that down there. Is he still in camera? Yes, he's still in view. Good. And then that sort of brings us to the final ones, finally, of Super Tails and Super Silver. So again, strange that there hasn't been a regular Tails since that one. We did get the flocked one, of course, but bizarrely we got a Super Tails, which is very unexpected as well. I love these bases. I kind of wish they did more of the Funko Pops on these bases, because then you wouldn't have to worry about the top heaviness, because the base is basically holding all of the weight there rather than the legs. Really nice figures. A bit of a closer look at the Super Tails there. This double pack's really nice if you didn't know this existed. Limited edition double pack. And Super Silver, really cool. Got like a yellow chest hair. Very cool. I love how all these spines are curved up. And finally, you saw it on this channel not too long ago. We had the Sonic inside a display case here, similar to the Michael Jackson albums that I've shown off as well. Love this. Surprised they went with the Sonic 2 theming. You know, they could have done a Sonic 1 theming, and maybe a Sonic 2 with Sonic and Tails inside the shadow box, and maybe Sonic 3 with all three of them with Knuckles as well. That would have been a pretty cool one. But yeah, really nice to see this. Nice display piece. I don't know where I'm going to put this actually. Probably could have reorganised this to put that there. Let's do it actually. I'll tell you what I will do. Let's put the flocked ones. So we've got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles. Let's put Werehog here. This is for the thumbnail. And let's move these along a little bit here. In fact, I might put Werehog on the bottom here. And let's put Metallic Sonic. Shall we put? Let's put Super Shadow there. That rare bastard. And then we'll put two shadows like that. That there. There's your thumbnail. Is he on there okay? Let me just check that. Oh, yeah, spot on. Maybe bring it down slightly. Oh, you can see me knuckle socks there. Yeah, I mean, I may pick them up just for the off-camera thumbnail. I can actually turn that very slightly to the left there as well. Very good, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed that then. So that is a look at the complete Sonic Funko Pop lineup, including your Season 4 lineup there. Apart from the Chase, I need to get the Chase variant. Your Series 1, your Series 2, wherever that ends, about there-ish. Your Series 3, some of them obviously weren't Series 3, I've just mixed them up for the sake of getting this display going. And your Series 4 even at the top there. So yeah, brilliant stuff, guys. always very awkward ending these videos. Let me just turn them around a little bit there. But hopefully you've enjoyed that. And yeah, it's a bit of a long one actually, turned into a bit of a long one, but there's a lot to get through. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you give me a like. I hope you leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel if you want to. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Take care.